Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series of Advanced Java Programming. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss how to create the or how to develop the JSP program, and we can also see the what is the difference between the servlet program and the JSP program. Let's see one example. With this example, what is the use of the and how to create the JSP pages and how to create the servlet program. Let's see. So here I want to create one program or I want to develop one program for the addition of two variables. So here I am inserting the sum equals to a plus b. Sum equals to a plus b. So I want the sum value, sum equals to, I want to print some variable, that is sum equals to a plus b. So here first I am writing the servlet program. So here in the servlet program, what is the first one we want to write? Let's see the program, how to create a program in the servlet. So to create any servlet program, we have to add the import statements. We have to add the import statement. What are the import statement we have to add here? That is the javax.servlet package. That is javax.servlet.star. By importing one, by using the import keyword, we are inserting the classes. Import javax.servlet.star. This is the first one. We have to add many number of the classes and we have to add any number of the packages in the by using the import statement. After the import statement, we have to insert the class. What is the class here? Here I am using the class. This class will be declared by using the public class. Here I am taking the some example program. So some ex I am taking which extends some generic servlet class or HTTP servlet class. So here I am taking the HTTP servlet. So first one is the import javax.servlet.star. We are inserting many number of the packages here, and after that we are declaring the class variable. So public class sum ex equals to ex which extends the HTTP servlet. After that we are inserting one method. What is the method I am inserting? Here we are having the three methods. The first one is the doGet method, doPost method and the process request method. So by using these request method, we are validating our web pages, or we are receiving the request from the client and we are sending the response to the client. So here I am taking the doGet method by using the protected void doGet method. So here in the doGet method we are inserting two parameters. What are the two parameters I am inserting here? The first one is the HTTP servlet request. So here the HTTP servlet request, we are creating one request object, and after that we are inserting the HTTP servlet response. So here in this HTTP servlet response, I am creating the RES object, and after these parameters I am inserting the throw servlet exception and the IO exception. And after that, after inserting any method, we have to remember one thing. So here I am inserting two lines of code. What is the first line? That one is the response dot set content type. What is this? Set content type. So whenever we want to display any variables or any values in any web page, we are setting the what is the type of the content by using the set content type. So here I am inserting either text/HTML or text/plain text. So by using the text/HTML, what is the output, what is the resultant page, we are displaying in the HTML standard markup language, or we are using the plain text. By using the plain text, we are displaying the output or result in the plain text. And the second one, the second line of the code, here we are writing the print writer. What is the print writer? So the print writer out equals to response dot set content type set content type of the response dot get writer. So here we are using the writer method. What is the use of the writer method? By using the writer method, we are displaying, we want to display any messages or we want to display any outputs in our web page. We are using the out.println. Println we are using for the printing any message or printing any values in the web page. So here by using the out, by using the print writer, by using the response.get writer, we are displaying the what is the result of our current web page. So these two are mandatory for every servlet program. After that, I want to declare I want to read the A and B values. How to read the A and B values? By using the get parameter of A. So here I am getting the value of the A and also I am getting the value of the B also by using the get parameter. So what is this get parameter? Here the A and B values will be given by the client, that is request. So here I am using the request dot get parameter of the A and the request dot get parameter of the B. By using request dot get parameter, we are getting the what are the parameters of the current variables. And here I want to assign these request dot get parameter of A and request dot get parameter of the B in the two variables, that is integer A and integer B. So integer A equals to request dot get parameter of the A and integer B equals to request dot get parameter of the B. And after that we have to declare the one sum variable. So here integer sum. So integer sum here I am declaring. So in the sum I am giving the sum equals to A plus B I am assigning here. So after that we want to print the sum by using the out dot println of the sum equals to plus sum. By using the out dot println we are declaring, by using the out dot println we are declaring the or we are displaying the what is the resultant value. After that we are closing our method and after that we are closing our, by using the braces we are closing our method and the class. So this is the example of the servlet addition of two numbers. So let's see or how to create a JSP page. How to create these addition of two numbers in the JSP page. Let's see. First, so the first important point is that we are getting the parameters of the A and B. So here in the JSP we are having the integer A equals to request dot get parameter of A. And next I am inserting the integer B equals to request dot get parameter of B. So here I am inserting and I am accessing the what are the input variables. By using the integer A and integer B, I am getting the parameters of the A by using the request object. So I am defining these integer variables in between the less than symbol and the module symbol and module symbol and the greater than symbol. So in between I am writing two lines of code, two lines of Java code I am writing. So these lines of code we can also known as the scriptlets. So what it is? That is the scriptlets. So whenever we want to insert any Java code in our JSP page, by using the less than symbol and the module symbol, by using the module symbol and the greater than symbol, we are inserting our Java code. So these are the scriptlet tags. And next one. So here I am inserting and I am declaring the sum variable in the method. I don't want to declare this method, this sum variable in the inside of the method. I want to declare in the outside of the method, that is outside of the method I am declaring the integer sum variable. Okay, so like that, this is the method inside. So I want to declare the integer sum in the outside of the method. So how I am defining and how I am declaring? By using the less than symbol, module symbol and the not symbol. By using the not symbol, I am declaring the integer sum in the outside of the any method by using the not symbol. So by using the not, integer sum. So this is the starting of the JSP tags and these are the ending of the JSP element tags. So what it is? We are declaring any variables. So this is the declaration tag. What it is? This is the declaration tag. And next one here, out.println. What is the out.println? To display the any resultant value in a web page, we are using the out.println. So here I am using the less than symbol, module symbol and equals to. By using the equals to, I want to display the any variable, that is equals to sum I want to display. So what it is means, here I am using the equals to. This is the expression tag. What it is? This is the expression tag. So whenever we want to display any variables in our web page, or we want to display any resultant value, or we want to display any messages in the JSP pages, we are using the expression tags. By using the equals to symbol, we are declaring or we are displaying those results. So here I completed the method part by using the scriptlets, and I am declaring some variables by using the declaration tag, and I am printing some variables or I am printing some result by using the expression tag. So here the remaining one is the import javax.servlet.star. So how can I write this? By using the less than symbol, module symbol, @symbol. By using the @symbol, I want to insert any number of classes and the packages. So by using the @symbol. So what is the symbol? Here we are having the three types of this. So what is this actually? This is the directives. These are the directives. What it is? These are the directives. To whenever we want to insert any number of the classes or we want to insert any packages in our web page, in that we are using the directives in the JSP pages. So how many directives we are having? Those are the three types of directives we are having. The first one is the page, and the second one is the include, and the third one is the taglib directives. Taglib directives. So these type of directives we are having in the JSP pages. So how can I declare these directives? By using the less than symbol, module symbol and the @ symbol. Here I am inserting the page. Defaultly for every JSP page, defaultly we are having the page directive. That means here we are inserting the what is the import statements we want to insert, and what is the language we are using, and what is the language we are using to convert the JSP page into the servlet program, and what is the content type. Here we are using the what is the response.set content type. So if we want to set this content type in our JSP page, we are having the content type attribute name. By using the content type attribute name, we are inserting here either text/HTML. Next, so by using the less than symbol, module symbol, @ symbol, we are inserting many number of the packages. And next one, if we want to insert any number of the Java code in our JSP page, we are inserting those into the scriptlets. And whenever we want to declare any variables, by using the not symbol, we are declaring our variables. Next, to display any output by using the expression. So these directives, declarations and the scriptlets and the expressions are known as the JSP elements. What are those? Those are the JSP elements. Okay, with this example, we can also known as the how to convert the JSP page into the servlet program. So the JSP page having the Java code inside the HTML tags. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for listening this lecture. So in this lecture we have seen the how to write the JSP programs, and we have learned the what are the JSP elements in our JSP pages. So by using the JSP pages we are creating the or we are generating the dynamic content. Thank you everyone. Thank you for listening these lectures.